All right. Hey guys. So, first time going live, definitely bear with me, but I wanted to hop on here and share some local real estate Gainesville news with you. Also, talk about a few things going on in addition to the market, but just around town. And then, of course, answer a few of your questions. You guys have been amazing reaching out with questions, and I do absolutely love it. So, I thought this would be a great opportunity to highlight some of those. And if you have any questions, definitely don't hesitate, throw them in the comments. I'll try to look at them as we go. If you are watching this live, definitely let me know where you're watching from. I get tons of people reaching out from all over the place. So it's great to see where you guys are watching from. And if you're watching this on the replay, welcome, enjoy, just comment, replay, watch. But we'll go ahead and get things started, talk a little bit about what's going on in the market right now. I'll pull up some of these stats so we can take a look. We are starting to see inventory increase. So I wanted to go back a few years so you could get really some perspective of what's going on. So you can see those pre-COVID numbers, 2018, 2019. We had, over 800 homes available on the market. Now, these are single family homes within Alachua County. So that's Gainesville plus some of the surrounding area, all of Alachua County. We would see, like I said, 800 plus homes. It wasn't uncommon to see years of 1,000 homes on the market. Of course, COVID hit 2021. That dropped down closer to 300. We are starting to inch back up now with inventory increasing. When I looked this morning, there were about 423 homes, I believe, actively available on the market. So we're seeing a few different things happen. This is getting into our busier season. So March to August is where the majority of homes are going to be hitting the market. So we are seeing new properties hit the market. But in addition to that, we're starting to see homes sit longer. If the home is maybe priced a little bit high or has some issues, maybe it's not the perfect location, some of those homes are sitting on the market and going to stretch out the days on the market. Good news for buyers, though, that is the opportunity to scoop something up, get the seller to come down on price. The other homes that are completely moved and ready, priced right, in a great location, those are still seeing multiple offers. It's nothing crazy like the years past, but we will see, anywhere from maybe 3 to 8 offers on one of those hot properties. For the most part, they're not going significantly over the asking price, but we are expecting most of the offers that I see and write are, anywhere from maybe $5,000 to $10,000 over, but the majority of things are right around the list price or getting them down on price. So like I mentioned, we are starting to see that inventory creep up. So if you are a buyer in the market, that's a good thing, because over the next few months, we'll see some more homes coming on the market and some more good options for you. I also wanted to take a look and share with you the closed sales, because that's where we've actually seen a decrease. The rate spikes that we've seen in interest rates over the last few months have definitely slowed down a lot of buyers and have put a lot of people on hold. It's causing some affordability issues. So we're starting to see that in the closed sales. And that, again, is what's leading to some homes sitting on the market a little bit longer. But it's just another indicator and something we want to keep an eye on as things move forward. So just a couple of takeaways also that I wanted to share with you. Overall, Gainesville is still in a seller's market. So there is still more demand than supply, even though we're starting to see some of that supply increase. Again, depending on what you're looking for, what the price range is, all of the specifics, we are seeing multiple offers in a lot of different price ranges. But really, if you're looking 300 to even 600, in that range, if the home is perfect, great location, move-in ready, I would expect to see multiple offers on it. But if it has some issues, again, that's the opportunity. If you don't mind doing a little bit of work, that'd be something to look at and getting a little bit better price. The other thing is, we are, like I said, in that peak selling season. So as we get through April, May, June, in those upcoming months, we will see more homes coming on the market. So if you've been looking and just been really disappointed about what you see, hang in there. More properties will be coming on. And then in addition to that, some of those homes that are sitting longer, if you don't mind, again, doing a little bit of work, I would be looking through some of those older homes. There are opportunities to get sellers down So consider looking at homes that have been sitting on the market a little bit longer and see if you can haggle them down a bit, maybe contribute towards your closing costs and that sort of thing. So that gives you sort of an overlook of the market and what's going on. If you have any specific questions, definitely don't hesitate. Reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I love talking about this stuff and helping people, especially as they relocate to Gainesville, or if you're already in Gainesville, just educating on the market. It's a big learning curve, and there's been a lot of changes over the last few years. So if you haven't experienced a market like this, it's a little bit different, and the process we go through is a little bit different. But we'll jump over. Actually, I wanted to also hit on the interest rates. So we have seen them start to come down a little bit. So about 6.3 in that range right now. If you see any marketing out there on interest rates and you're seeing a much lower rate, make sure you're looking at the fine print. I'm seeing a lot of mortgage companies put out low rates, kind of teaser rates, and in the details, they're charging you for a point. So if you're seeing something out there right now below 5% on that 30-year fixed, just make sure you're looking at the details because you're probably paying for that buy down on the back end. But again, overall rates have been relatively stable in that mid-lower 6%. Hopefully they can keep creeping down and make things a little bit easier on affordability for a lot of buyers. So we'll keep an eye on that. I wanted to cover a couple other things, just sort of locally, what's going on here in town. One interesting headline that I saw was actually Alachua County Board of County Commissioners approving a 650 acre purchase for land conservation. Now, this is a huge purchase. This 650 acres is actually going to be broken up between two separate parcels. One of them is going to be out towards Lake Alto in the Waldo area. That's actually the less expensive parcel being bought. That's 310 acres, but they're getting it for just under $500,000. The other purchase that they're making or in the process of is going to be much more expensive. So that one was actually close to just over $2 million. And again, it's about 350 acres. So a couple of big purchases. I've actually, within the last day, seen a few other purchases in the works. So Alachua County buying up some land on the conservation side. This is all going through the Wild Spaces Public Places surtax. That's where the money's coming from. But it's just interesting to see what they're buying and what they're going to do with it and how they're trying to provide that land conservation for the area and keep some nice areas the way they are. One other thing that I did want to mention, because I get so many questions about alligators, as the weather heats up, we are seeing alligators out and about a lot more. There is actually a recent video of an alligator crossing the street over on campus. So FWC just is giving out some tips on gators and safety. So I thought we'd cover some of those things. When you're out in the wild and just walking on trails and whatnot, anywhere that's potentially swampy or got water nearby, you definitely just want to be paying attention. If you see an alligator, keep some distance, stay clear. Definitely don't ever feed it. Make sure you're not swimming in areas that are not supposed to be swam in. So a couple other tips, just making sure you're keeping pets on their leash. There have been incidences where, you walk in close to a retention pond and there's a gator nearby and, it's not going to be a good day for that pet. So you want to be careful and make sure you're observant. Honestly, lived in Gainesville my whole life, and it's not really an issue that I've noticed, but it is something you want to be aware of and paying attention to all of the time. The other really exciting thing for Gainesville is going to be the Westside Park reopening. Now that they have finished this space-themed park, it's going to be Gainesville's first sensory park. I was actually out there this morning. Keep an eye out for a video on that, and they did a really good job with it. It's a huge space. It was about a $2 million renovation, but again, it is completely reopened. And again, just tons of fun. Definitely take the kids out there over Westside Park. Great location, right in the middle of Gainesville. So if you haven't been by, I believe it just opened this last Saturday. We're rolling into Easter weekend, so I'm sure a lot of people will be out there. But a good time, something fun to take the kids to do and let them explore this brand new park. that the city has done a really good job with. So in addition to that, I wanted to cover a couple of questions that I've had people reach out with. Um, there's been a few different questions. And again, if you have any, don't hesitate, throw them in the comments, shoot me an email, anything like that. But one of the questions that comes up a fair amount is actually going to be, what is the best area of Gainesville to live in? And that's really going to be case by case specific, depending on what you're looking for, what's important to you. Do you need to be close to work? Is it about the schools and the price range? So there are a lot of pros and cons to different areas. So if that is a question that you have, it's going to be really hard to answer on a general basis. But again, I'm happy to help. Feel free, just contact me directly and we can walk through your scenario to talk about what the best locations may be for you, because Gainesville does have a wide range of options and price ranges. So that's something we could look at. Another question that came in was, what is the time frame to purchase a home? How long does the process take? I will mention, if you find a home, go to contract, sign an agreement with a seller. A typical mortgage process from that point, signing the contract to the closing, is going to be about 35 days, give or take the specifics, but you can expect that process to take about 35 days. And then you have to add in the search time. So depending, again, we're seeing a few more homes come on the market. I've had some people recently find homes, over a weekend where it's really quick and the timing works out. Other people, it's taken, a few weeks, maybe a month. So if you're looking for a property, you want to make sure you back in and buffer enough time for the entire process, which again could be anywhere from, I'd say, about 45 days to 60 days, depending on exactly what you're looking for. But definitely appreciate the question. And the other one that came in that I had was, when is the best time to buy a home? Gainesville is traditionally has been pre-COVID pretty seasonal. So we see the majority of homes come on the market between March, and everyone wants to be moved in and settled by August. So during those months, and especially over the summer, is when the majority of homes will hit the market. So that can be a good time depending on what you're looking for. If it's solely a financial decision and you're looking for a great deal, I've had a lot of success with buyers purchasing over the winter months. Typically what we see during that time are sellers coming on the market. They are extremely motivated. They're moving during the winter months for a specific reason. And lots of times they're a little bit more willing to come down on price because of that high level of motivation. The other big factor is there are fewer buyers out in the market looking. So you've got a little bit less buyer competition during the winter months and a little bit higher seller motivation. But I will say it is very difficult to time the market. You want to just take all of the factors into consideration and decide what's going to be best for you and your family. And buying a home is one of those things that's really tough to rush and time out perfectly. It's when the right home becomes available. So if you have any specific questions about your scenario and you're trying to make things work with a big move, like I said, I'm happy to help. Feel free, just reach out to me, drop something in the comments, let me know what questions you have. I didn't want this first live video to run on too long, but if you like this format and you'd like me to cover some more local topics, again, let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. I'm hoping to connect with you guys a little bit better and give you what you're looking for, whether that's restaurant reviews, neighborhood tours, community highlights. Let me know what you're looking for, and I want to make sure to be that resource for you. But I definitely appreciate you watching and hope you have a great night.